Hello everyone and welcome to another Pokemon Trading Card Game live video. My name is Jamie and today I'll be taking you through another deck that has come out from the most recent expansion, which is Surging Sparks. But as always, just before we do go into the video, if you do like this type of content and you want to see some more content related to the Pokemon Trading Card Game, then as always, hit that subscribe button and of course like the video, that would be great. So let's take a look at the deck of today. So the deck we're looking at is this one here, which is Ceruledge EX. So it's a fire type, it's a stage 1, and it has 270 HP. It has two attacks. The first one is Abyssal Flames, which is just for a single fire energy and does 30 damage plus 20 more for every energy card in your discard pile. So attacking for 1 energy is always a good thing. It does have a second attack, which is Raging Amethyst. Does 280 damage, but as always with these Terra Pokemon, it's a little bit awkward to power up. So we have here 1 fire, we've got 1 psychic, and 1 metal. So the added effect to this is that you discard all the energy attached to this Pokemon. So it has a retreat cost of 2 and a weakness to water, which is kind of significant, I guess, if you're playing against something like Chien-Pao, then you would assume that wouldn't be a favorable matchup. Nonetheless, it is the first attack that we are looking at. Abyssal Flames, which does more damage for every energy card in your discard pile. Of course, if you do have the option of using Raging Amethyst, then that's also pretty good because 280 damage knocks out a lot of things in the format, and then discarding all the energy then bumps up the attack for the first one, for the first attack, which is Abyssal Flames. So that is the idea of the deck. We are trying to get as much energy into the discard pile as possible, and then bump up the attack of Abyssal Flames. That is the idea. So what Pokemon best utilize or best works well with Ceruledge EX? Well, we have, of course, the obvious choice, which is Radiant Greninja, because we can use concealed cards. We can ditch energy to the discard pile and then draw 2 cards with Radiant Greninja. So it acts as not only as a draw support or a means of drawing more cards, but also a way to get those energy cards into the discard pile. So that is one of the options. We also have as well Squawkabilly EX for its first attack, which is Squawk and Seize. So if it's your first turn, you can ditch your hand and then draw 6 more cards, so that's pretty good. So we definitely want to make sure that we are utilizing that, especially on turn 1. If you get past turn 1, then this card effectively becomes dead. There's not really any use for this card in the deck. So, and of course, another supporting Pokemon that we have, which I'm still kind of testing out whether I like it or not, is Lumineon V for its ability basically to search supporter cards out. We're not really too heavy on supporter cards, as you'll see very shortly, so having the option of getting Lumineon V does help us in terms of being able to set up. And yeah, that's pretty much the Pokemon line. Of course, this is Charcadet, which is the stage 1, is a 70 HP Pokemon, which means it does become searchable with Buddy-Buddy. That said, yeah, so we've got only really like 5 Pokemon that we can potentially be starting with that we wouldn't mind, which is the Radiant Greninja or the Charcadets. After that, you've got Squawkabilly EX and Lumineon V, so the chances of you starting with one of those is kind of high, is higher than we would like, basically. So that's kind of the reason why I'm contemplating. I'm not too sure about Lumineon V, but either way, it's there. As long as we don't start with it, then that's okay. But I have started with it a few times in testing. But either way, let's have a look at the trainer line and see what we're playing. Because we've only got 4 Charcadets in there that we can search with it, that's why we're only playing 2 Buddy-Buddy here. The other search cards we've got here, Nest Ball, which is an obvious choice. That gets Radiant Greninja, gets Charcadet, it gets pretty much most things in the deck. We do not want to be getting Lumineon V with this, of course, because then we can't use this ability. It has to go to the hand, that's why we've got 4 Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball also, as well, helps us discard those energy cards and obviously bump up the attack of Ceruledge. So that's why we've got that. 3 other vessels, pretty standard, can ditch energy cards to get more energy cards, so that kind of works. And in terms of stadium of choice, we are going with PokéStop, because we can ditch cards from the top of our deck in hope that they're energy cards to put them into the discard pile and bump up the attack of Ceruledge. So that is why we've got PokéStop in there. Of course, there are times that you ditch things you really don't want to be ditching. So for that reason, we run Night Stretcher. We've got 2 of those, and we have 1 Super Rod. If we ditch them some things like Ceruledge, and we need to put that back in the deck, that's why we've got these cards in there for that. So, and even late game, it's pretty good as well, just to try and recover some cards. Other cards worth noting in here. So instead of playing cards like Arvens and Ionos, we're kind of looking at cards that ditch your hand, basically, to draw more cards. So the obvious choice becomes Professor's Research. We've got 4 of those. And we've got also as well 4 Carmine. So we're not playing too many supporters here. So that's why we're kind of putting 4 Carmine in there. That ditches your hand and allows us to draw 5 cards. Of course, if it is your first turn, then we can use Carmine, we can use Squawkabilly, we can use Radiant Greninja. So it's pretty good in terms of trying to set up, I would say. And if you have Ultra Ball in hand, you search Lumineon, you can also get Carmine and draw, just draw 5 cards, ditch your hand and draw 5 cards. So that is why we've got that. We've also got 1 Pal Pad in there as well to kind of be able to reuse those supporters, the researchers and the Carmines. As opposed to just playing more supporters, we'll just get those back and then reuse them again. So that is that. 2 bosses, 1 counter catcher and 1 prime catcher here. The idea with this deck is that you can't really hit those big numbers early game. So things like the Charizards, for example, or things like the Dragapults, or things like just anything that's usually a stage 2 that has a lot of HP. Those are pretty hard to kind of knock out very early game. It's usually late game. We're getting into the 330 range, 340, that kind of period of the game. So for that reason, we have Prime Catcher in there as our ace spec of choice. We're really looking to target those things like the Rotoms on the bench, the Lumineons, anything on the bench that we can knock out with. And then once we get more energy into the discard pile, then we can start hitting those big numbers, basically. So that's the idea. That's why we've got Prime Catcher. So the idea is pretty much, to just knock out things that are in range, ditch the energy cards, and then go for the big knockouts late game, like the Charizards, those kind of 330s, that kind of range. So that's what we're looking at. So that is the trainer line, and the energy line looks a little bit like this. We're very heavy on energy, as you can imagine, because we need to get those energy cards into the discard pile. 14 fire energy I'm playing in this, 2 psychic and 2 metal. And the 2 psychic and the 2 metal are strictly just for the second attack if you want to use it early game. If not, you can just ditch them with Radiant Greninja. You can also just ditch it with Raging Amethyst as well, and that will bump up the attack of Abyssal Flames. So that is the concept of Ceruledge EX. Just ditch your energy cards and hit for some high numbers, basically. That's the idea. But anyway, that is the theory. Let's see how it plays out in practice. Alright, so we are calling the coin flip. Let's go with heads. Why not? We definitely want to be going first with this deck because, nice, okay, heads. Let's go first. Always going first with this deck is pretty optimal. We have things like Squawkabilly, we've got things like Carmine, we've got PokéStops in there. There's a lot of things that we can be doing on turn 1. So we definitely want to optimize that and try and go first. There we go, 2 Charcadets, that's a pretty good start. Let's see what our opponent starts with. Presumably they've got a mulligan here. Or maybe not, so I don't know. No, I don't think they have. They're just setting up. So, opening hand looks okay. Opening hand doesn't look bad. We do, though, need to be getting some energy and getting them from this discard pile. That's what we do need to be doing. So, alright, let's see. What are they playing? Charizard, okay. Cool. There's energy. That's good. Nest Ball, let's get Nest Ball. Let's get our Radiant Greninja out because we definitely want to be doing that. 1 more Charcadet, that's fine. How many Ceruledge do we have? We have 2 Ceruledge. 1 boss is in there, Pal Pad's in there, that's good. 3 Earthen Vessels. Prime Catcher, 2 Pokestops in deck, 12. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, cool. I kind of see a few prizes here. I can see a few things that are prized. That's good. Did I see Counter Catcher? I did see Counter Catcher. Yes, cool. Nice. That is okay. Right, let's then use concealed cards. Let's draw 2 cards. 2 bosses in hand. Oof. Oof. No, it's not ideal. Far from ideal. But nonetheless, let's. How much energy do we have there? Cool. I was thinking if we want to go for a push and get. I mean, we could. Okay, we want to keep these bosses. We definitely want to keep these bosses. So they're not going to attack first turn. Let's just put that there. We can use PokéStop next turn because I don't want them to utilize it, basically. So the idea here being that we can evolve next turn, and we can PokéStop, try and get some energy into this discard pile. We've got Ultra Ball. We can also get ourselves a Ceruledge and try and get some knockouts. Try and get some knockouts on those Charmanders, or depending what we think is Depending what we think is going to be like more of a threat at this point. Maybe even, to be honest, like Pidgeot, just to try and Pidgeot, like the Pidgeot on the bench. I don't know. 60 HP. Earthen Vessel, nice. Okay, that's pretty good. Cool. So let's all right. Let's PokéStop. Let's put that out. I guess we use it because we need some more cards on hand just to try and ditch some things. There we go. We've got one Buddy-Buddy. Didn't really help us too much. We ditched a Carmine and a Nest Ball. Okay, cool. So Earthen Vessel. That's Buddy-Buddy. Let's grab 2 energy cards. Let's just take those 2. I think. Do we? We don't really. We kind of need to ditch these for this turn. So let's conceal cards. Let's drop a Metal Energy. Alright. Okay, got a lot of supporters in hand. Let's Ultra Ball. Let's get rid of those. Get Ceruledge. Let's get Ceruledge inactive. Cool. And I think we should have enough for a knockout here, which is good. We do 110. That is not bad. The question is, do we want to hit the Charmander? Do we want to hit the bench? They've only got 2. Oh, they're going to flip the script anyway, right? I'm thinking that. I mean, they'll flip the script, but I'm thinking that Pidgeot is pretty vital to their setup because they just get like the last missing piece that they need basically to be able to set up. So I'm thinking just to knock out the Pidgeot. Oh, the Pidgey, sorry. And just try and disrupt their setup a little bit. That could be a play. Cool. And then late game, when it comes to they've got the Defense DPT on the bench anyway, so that's 210. We can also get a knockout on that, and in the process, try and get like one shots. Try and get those one shots for so we can knock out the things like the Charizards in a one shot. But let's see. So 5 prizes. So there's 2 EXs, and if they use Dusclops as well, or they use Dusknoir, that's also they can see another prize, which means that we just need 2 EXs for a knockout. That Defense DPT is looking very, very nice on the bench there. That could be one, and then we just need to knock out a Charizard. That is the idea. So the question here becomes, so they're going to be doing, what is it? They've got Burning Darkness plus 30, 210. That is okay. I'm okay with 210. Cool, there goes another Pidgey. Alright. Okay, cool. So that's actually not bad. So 210 plus 50. Okay, so all right, because they're conceding a prize card, which means that they're going to be bumping up their attack. That's okay. We've got a Ceruledge, so we can follow up the knockout. Cool. That makes a bit more sense. That's why they did that. Cool. So we need to now put that in active. And Prime Catcher. Okay. Well, let's get this on. All right. And we need to attach an energy because that is important. So 130. 130. Let's PokéStop. Okay. Ugh, we got rid of a Ceruledge. No good. All right. Let's Nest Ball. Let's get another Charcadet. I don't really want to be getting rid of a. I don't really want to be getting rid of Prime Catcher or bosses here. We could try and two-shot that Charizard. I think that might be the play. So 130, 130. Yeah, I think that could be the play. They have no Dusclops or Dusknoir on the bench or any Duskull there. So I think that's we've got 3 in. We need a Super Rod. Oof. Oh, okay. I can't remember if I saw a Pal Pad in deck. Right, we're gonna have to take one. All right. I think we saw a Pal Pad in deck, or did we not? I can't. Pal Pad's in his deck. Okay, that's fine. So that's in deck. That's okay. Do we need anything from here? We do. You know what? We'll take a Squawkabilly. Why not? Try and deck it a little bit. Cool. Prime Catcher. No, we do not need that. We're gonna have to two-shot that Charizard. And then finish up that Pheasant DPT on the bench later on. Cool. Conceal cards. There we go. Nice, we've got some Earthen Vessel, some more Earthen Vessels, that's good. Earthen Vessel, let's get rid of that. Grab some energy from deck. Cool. Yeah, we've got energy to attach for next turn. We can also research, get rid of more energy. We've also got PokéStop as well. Alright, and we're doing 170, that is 340 over 2 turns, and then we need to really hit a Super Rod or a Night Stretcher next turn to make sure that we've got the Revenge KO. One Charcadet there, cool. Okay, cool. I think that's all we can do for now. That's fine. We'll take a 2-shot on this Charizard, and then we'll target that Pheasant PT on the bench as well. They don't have Knockout as well. That's also a good point to mention. They don't have a Knockout because they've got 240 there, I believe. So we've taken 2 prizes. That means that 180 becomes plus 60. That is 180 plus 60. That's 240. That means they are 30 short. I don't see any way, off the top of my head at least, how they can get that up to a little bit more, even more damage. But let's see. So, cool. Pal Pad those back in. That is okay. So yeah, if we, I'm thinking that's the play. Burning damage for 240. Okay. So we've got Knockout and then follow-up Knockout on Pheasant PT. Okay. We do need to somehow, though, get a... Right. I think we go for a big push here. I think this is the big push turn. So let's conceal cards. We need to hit a Super Rod, ideally, or a Night Stretcher. Another PokéStop. Okay. Let's just check the contents of the deck very quickly again, because we have options, we have access to that. So 2 Night Stretcher, 1 Super Rod, that is okay. 14 cards in deck. Alright, and you know what? I'm just gonna, since I'm here, why not? 6 energy cards in deck. Okay, that's fine. Cool. So let's drop that. Okay. Take 2 fire energy. Charcadet has an energy on that, so that's good. So that's already got energy. Let's see if we hit... you know, we might even hit it off a PokéStop. We do. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, so we've got Super Rod there. We need to definitely use that. So let's get 1 Charcadet back and then 2 Ceruledge. Let's get those back. So now we've got access to getting another Ceruledge the following turn. That is okay. Yeah, let's get the Knockout, and then how many bosses in there? 2 bosses and Prime Catchers in there as well, I believe. Oh, that is very annoying. So the question is, do we? I think we push for Pal Pad. I think that's the play. We push for Pal Pad. That will take us down to 7. There's 5 cards in deck. Okay, I think that's the play. We bump up the attack, and then we get Pal Pad, which is what we did. Nice. Let's put that there. Pal Pad back. 2 bosses, and that will get Pheasant PT. That's our target for next turn. So that's good. We've also got concealed cards as well. Energy, I think that we're good, and we're doing 290 in damage. Not bad. Not bad. I'll take that. There we go. Take that, Charizard. Okay, so we should, in theory, have game next turn. We should. I mean, well, let's see. I mean, we need to get bosses, basically. That is, or the alternative is we're doing 290. Let's say this is going down. That puts another, how much? 290. That is 310. We have Ultra Ball in hand to put another energy card into the discard pile as well. I think that we can get either 330 or we get a bosses and we win that way. I think we've got this. I think we have it. Let's see. Iono, interesting. Okay. All right, that definitely changed things up a little bit. All right. Okay. Whatever way you want to do it. Whatever way you want to do it. I'm cool with both. Okay, nice. Cool. Well, thank you very much. So, PokéStop. Let's see. They might even miss Charizard, to be honest. I mean, they've got to flip the script, but they might miss the Charizard. I think Radiant. Not bad. You know what? Actually, you know what? It doesn't even matter. They could just use Combustion for 50 damage to get the knockout that way. That also works. which makes a lot more sense since they don't rely on a Charizard, and then we don't get the knockout in theory. However, we have managed to draw into bosses, which is very good. So, cool. Double bosses. Nice. Okay, cool. 310. So 310 basically, even if they had a Charizard, all we would need to do is conceal cards. We drop the energy card, and we're already up to, let's put that there, why not? We're already up to, as you can see, the magic 330. That would knock out a Charizard, but on this occasion, we just do that. We bring up the Pheasant PT EX, and we use Abyssal Flame for 330 damage, and we take the win. Nice. Let's take out 2 prizes. Cool. All right. That is Ceruledge. There we go. Not bad, right? So maybe that Pidgey in like turn 1 or whatever it was when I knocked out that Pidgey, maybe that was the play. Maybe that was the one. So very, very good. Anyway, guys, there you go. That is Ceruledge. That is a new concept that has come out from Surging Sparks. As I said, or I might have said, I can't remember. We've seen this concept a lot, especially in things like Ancient Box and things in the past like Night March and Vespiquen, etc., etc. But you let me know what you think of the deck, whether you like it or not, whether you think it's competitive, whether or not it has a place in the format. The list, if you want to test it out, the list that I'm playing right now is in the description box below. So go copy and paste it, import it into your trading card game live accounts, and go test it out and see what you think. And of course, if you want to make any changes, let me know what changes you would make in the description box or in the comment section below. But yeah, as always, if you like this type of content, guys, you want to see some more deck profiles from the most recent expansion, which is Surging Sparks, as always, hit that subscribe button and of course like the video. That would be great. And yeah, there you go. There is Ceruledge EX for you. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you all in the next one.